YouTube? It's your boy Jay Downs. We're back at another video. And before you get into this one, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you comment, subscribe to the most underrated NYG content created on the tube. Alright, man, so let's get right into this. So, tomorrow, the Giants are going up against... Oh, and right now, I'm not even at my own house. I'm not, in my room, making these videos. I'm actually at my aunt's house, so she just moved in, so I'm over here. Explains all the boxes, so play that on mine. But yeah, tomorrow, the Giants are going up against the Seattle Seahawks without Daniel Jones. And a lot of people are scratching this, already pinning this in as a L for the New York Giants. And I think you can't be quick to do that with this team, man. Not this year. We had a lot of games where we thought we were not going to be able to be even, we were getting blown out, and we found ways to be in those games. Now, those games were with, Daniel Jones as our starting quarterback. This week we have Colt McCoy, but I am confident that Colt McCoy can, be suitable, be competent, That's what we need from Colt McCoy. We need him to be successful on third down. We need him to be a game manager. We need him to be kind of like a Nick Foles, kind of, come in there and make us just don't turn the ball over. We have to play turnover-free football, and we have to create turnovers on the other side of the football with the defense. I'll talk about the defense. So, we're going to be against Russell Wilson. Automatically, you think that he's going to be able to just throw all over this defense, and I have to tell people to chill out because this defense is actually pretty good. It's secretly good that you won't even... People are pinning this in as an L already for the Giants, and I'm like, the Giants have been in a lot of games, and they're going to be against Russell Wilson. I think that the Giants can actually... I'm not saying we're going to completely shut them down, but I feel like we can pump the brakes on the offense of the Seattle Seahawks. They have DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, but their running game is non-existent. Their offensive line isn't the best, and the Giants are, top 10? I think they're tied for 10 in sacks, and they're in the top 3 of quarterback hits and quarterback rush percent or something like that. So the Giants are going to be able to, if they play like they're supposed to play with the defense, they're going to be able to create pressure. And that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to create pressure on Russell Wilson and finish. We have to finish. We can't have these QB hits on the quarterbacks like Russell Wilson, because Russell Wilson is a QB that strives on the pressure. The pressure doesn't get to him unless you really do get to him. And I think after watching that Philly game, Derek Barnett had a pretty good game. They were able to, slow down their offense for the majority of the time. DK Metcalf still ended up going for 177. But I think the Giants have a chance, man. I think this defense... And I think they'll be able to scheme something up. I think Patrick Graham will be able to scheme something up to guard DK Metcalf. I believe in James Bradbury, who's been one of the best cornerbacks in the league this season. I believe that he can. I feel like this is his big challenge. This is his big test to see if he's really a top 10 corner. And even if he doesn't, shut him down like we all think he will, doesn't mean that he's not. But I feel like this is the biggest challenge for James Bradbury. This is a game where you don't have your starting quarterback, and your offense, like a lot of the games this season, are depending on you to shut down the opposing team's offense. And I think James Bradbury can get it done. Logan Ryan's been a Pro Bowl caliber player this season. He leads all free safeties in the NFC in Pro Bowl voting. Jabril Peppers has had an amazing couple of games lately. He's been playing outstanding, ever since, I want to say, the Buccaneer game. So he's been playing very good. But with DK Metcalf, who's been amazing this season, I really do think the Giants can scheme something up to guard him. Now, on the offense side of the ball, they're going to stack the box. The defense of the Seattle Seahawks has not been that good this year, but that doesn't mean that the Giants are going to be able to just throw on them. I don't want people to expect that just because we're sliding in Colt McCoy, we're just throwing these guys. And not saying that we won't be able to, have an efficient offense. We're going to be able to. Nick Mullins threw for he had a pretty good game against Seattle. And Colt McCoy is another backup quarterback that can have another good game against Seattle. That's what we're going to need from Colt McCoy. We're going to need Colt McCoy to just do his job. And I believe that Colt McCoy can do that because he's shown that he can do that. I believe in Colt McCoy. I think that he needed another week to get with the first team guys, to get a little feel for everyone. He's not been playing a lot of games where he's had to worry about starting. And now this is the game where he's actually that he's going to start. He's going to be the QB with Daniel Jones out with the hamstring injury. I like that they're not going to play him. Like I said, like a lot of Giants fans have been saying, don't play Daniel Jones. Don't risk getting him a further injury with the hamstring injury. So I think Colt McCoy can get the job done. They're going to stack the box. And with Jamal Adams, he's not a coverage safety. He's an in-the-box safety, a run support type of safety. with Evan Ingram, this is your game. You're coming off a career high in receiving yards against Cincinnati. You're going against another weak secondary. I will call it weak because it's one of the worst against the pass in the league. You know, and I'm not trying to call anybody a scrub. You know, they haven't gelled yet. I think they haven't gelled yet. I think more games down the line, they're going to get better for Seattle, honestly. But I think Evan Ingram, this is your game, bro. This is your game. If you have a big game tomorrow, you might find yourself getting a new contract with the Giants. And that's just my opinion. You know, everyone's very critical of Evan Ingram. A lot of Giants fans. But with Evan Ingram, it's either you hate him or you love him. Some Giants fans think that he has potential to be one of the best tight ends in the league, which he does. But then there's some other Giants fans who are ready to throw in the towel with Evan Ingram. And I think if Evan Ingram can have a pretty good game, I'm talking about a pretty good game. I'm going to need 7 receptions for maybe like $135 with a touchdown. That's what we're gonna need from Evan Ingram. I know that's a lot, but we saw what he did last week. 6 receptions, 129. You know, I don't think he scored, but he could have scored. You know, so we're gonna need that out of him. Darius Slayton against Shaquille Griffin. We're gonna need Darius Slayton to step it up. I think he's injured. I think he's playing injured right now. I understand that, but we're gonna need you to be. If you're not gonna be a number 1 receiver for like your career, be a number 1 receiver here, please. For this game, the Giants can win this game. I don't see why everyone's penciling in an L for the New York Giants. I think the Giants can shock people and probably win this game. Now, am I predicting it? No, I'm not going to give out a whole prediction because the Giants has been in all these games. I can't really say that the Giants are going to lose because the Giants could go out there tomorrow and pull up the biggest upset of the year. This would be the biggest upset of the year. Without your starting quarterback, you've won 3 games in a row, and you walk into Seattle and knock off Russell Wilson and the 8-3 Seahawks. That would be the upset of the season. That would guarantee, guarantee a playoff berth for the New York Football Giants. And even if they don't win this game, which I'm not saying they aren't, or I'm not saying that they will, the Giants can. They have more games where they're actually going to be able to win. Out of all the games that are left, with this Seattle game, this is the game where a lot of Giants fans said, okay, we can afford to lose this game. We can't. Because you have the Packers going up against the Eagles. You have the Washington football team going up against the undefeated Steelers. And you have the Cowboys, who's just a complete mess right now, going up against Baltimore, which Baltimore was actually in that game against Pittsburgh. So I feel like the Cowboys are going to lose that game. I feel like everyone in this NFC East might lose all their games this week, which is actually it's a win-loss for the Giants because you still lose, but you're still going to have that #1 spot, or at least you should have the #1 spot, you know, walking out of what week is this? I want to say like what, week 13? Yeah, walking out of week 13. So the Giants still have a chance. I'm not gonna say they're gonna beat Seattle, but it's possible. It is possible. I feel like we can catch these guys slipping, man. They're probably walking in there with their chests out like, oh, they're not Daniel Jones. It's the Giants. We can win this game. And I feel like Joe Judge can rally the troops and punch Pete Carroll in the mouth for 60 minutes and win this game. You know what? I'm gonna say it. The Giants beat Seattle tomorrow. It's a bold take, but I feel like the Giants can do it. Let's talk it into the air. Let's speak it into existence. The Giants will beat Seattle tomorrow. I have them beating Seattle. I'm going to say 24-20. The Giants are going to absolutely shut down DK Metcalf. I feel like they can, you know, hold DK Metcalf down. I'm not going to say they're going to shut him down, but they can manage him. Maybe they stop him to like a 60 yards with 5 receptions, probably no touchdowns, or 40 yards with 3 receptions. That's how much I believe in James Bradbury. That's how much I believe in this defense. I have the Giants winning 24-20, you know, and them staying in sole property of the #1 spot in the NFC East. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. And until then, it's been your boy Jay Downs. We are out.